Donald Trump has officially weighed in on the so-called MAGA civil war ignited by Elon Musk, and the developments in this ongoing drama are both entertaining and deeply revealing about the fractures within the far-right movement. Before getting into Trump's comments and the side he ultimately chose, let's first unpack the sequence of events that led to this moment. Late last week, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy stirred controversy by advocating for increased immigration to fill critical job roles in the United States. While they didn't explicitly call American workers incompetent, their remarks heavily implied it. Musk even retweeted a post referring to American workers as the R-word, leaving little doubt about his stance. Naturally, this rhetoric did not sit well with the MAGA base, which has long harbored anti-immigrant sentiments. The backlash against Musk was swift and brutal. Many within the MAGA movement, already steeped in racist and xenophobic ideologies, viewed Musk and Ramaswamy's comments as betrayals of the America First mantra. Musk, who owns the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, responded to the criticism by stripping some of his detractors of their blue checkmarks and temporarily suspending their accounts. This escalation only fueled the fire, and soon far-right figureheads like Steve Bannon jumped into the fray. Bannon lambasted Musk's pro-immigration stance, claiming that H-1B visas were nothing more than a scheme by Silicon Valley elites to replace American workers with cheaper, foreign labor. He framed the issue as a betrayal of American citizens, accusing Musk and other tech oligarchs of pushing for indentured servitude. The feud intensified further as Trump's supporters launched racist attacks against Ramaswamy, whose Indian heritage became a focal point for their vitriol. At this juncture, Trump decided to step into the controversy, offering his perspective in an interview with the New York Post. Trump's comments surprised many. Despite his previous anti-immigration rhetoric and campaign promises centered on mass deportations, Trump expressed strong support for H-1B visas. He described himself as a longtime proponent of the program, citing its benefits to his own businesses, including his resorts, where he has employed a record number of foreign workers. He even admitted that his Truth Social platform outsourced engineering work to contractors in Mexico. This revelation starkly contrasted with the populist narrative he's built over the years, exposing his hypocrisy on immigration and job policies. By siding with Musk, Trump effectively alienated a segment of his base that views immigration, temporary or otherwise, as a threat to American jobs and culture. This decision deepened the rift within the MAGA movement, pitting influential voices like Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer against Trump and Musk. Bannon, unwilling to back down, continued his attacks, framing the issue as a larger battle against the Silicon Valley elite. Musk, in turn, fired back with a profane tirade on X, defending H-1B visas as crucial to America's technological and economic success. He credited the program with enabling companies like SpaceX and Tesla to thrive, and he issued a bold warning to his critics, declaring, "I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." Musk's fiery response included an explicit suggestion for his detractors to go F themselves, further inflaming tensions within the already fractured movement. Meanwhile, his continued censorship of critics on X revealed the extent to which he was willing to leverage his platform to silence dissent. The infighting among MAGA loyalists has become a spectacle, highlighting the deep divisions and contradictions within their ranks. On one hand, you have Trump and Musk advocating for policies that favor business interests and globalization. On the other, you have hardline nationalists like Bannon and Loomer clinging to an anti-immigration, protectionist agenda. This internal conflict raises serious questions about the future of the MAGA movement. Can it maintain unity when its leaders fundamentally disagree on core issues like immigration and economic policy? Or will it continue to fracture, ultimately undermining its political influence? For now, the chaos within MAGA world may actually work in favor of those opposed to its agenda. The infighting has exposed its leaders' hypocrisy and inability to govern effectively, potentially alienating voters and weakening their electoral prospects in 2026 and 2028. Elon Musk's willingness to openly challenge far-right orthodoxy has also forced a reckoning within the movement. His pro-immigration stance aligns more closely with Silicon Valley's economic priorities than with the nativist sentiments that dominate MAGA circles. By taking such a strong stand, Musk has effectively positioned himself as a disruptive force, further destabilizing the coalition that propelled Trump to power. At the same time, Trump's endorsement of H-1B visas underscores his prioritization of business interests over ideological consistency. His comments reveal a leader who is more concerned with maintaining relationships with influential figures like Musk than with adhering to the principles that endear him to his base. This lack of coherence within the MAGA movement is likely to have far-reaching implications. As the infighting continues, it may erode the movement's ability to mobilize effectively, providing an opening for Democrats to highlight Republican dysfunction and make their case to voters. In the meantime, the spectacle of MAGA leaders turning on each other serves as a reminder of the fragility of their coalition. Whether it's Musk defending immigration policies, Bannon railing against tech oligarchs, or Trump flip-flopping on key issues, the drama exposes the movement's underlying contradictions. For those watching from the sidelines, this civil war is more than just political theater. It's an opportunity to spotlight the failures and hypocrisies of the far right. As the chaos unfolds, it may ultimately weaken their ability to push through the extreme policies they've promised, offering hope for a more stable and inclusive political future.